They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second and 9. Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So a big defense. The opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, Martin, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
From his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. The 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, damn they.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yeah, the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. Second and 8. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 14, Broncos 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Now it's Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring it down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's got room at the 30, and they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
First down, Denver.
Now Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Play action. It's Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air on wrong time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Herbert off of play action. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 2nd and very short, Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 21. Hopkins 7. Dustin Hopkins to kick off with the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fields it right around the goal line.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Herbert's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Allen!
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Odell Beckham from 10 yards out. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And the Chargers first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
By Jadeveon Clowney. A loss of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taking it about the 1.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Play action. It's Herbert. He's got Allen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Important extra point up and through. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 14. Wilson to throw. Into the hands of Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Wilson. Able to find Judy. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do. And think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. Now 3rd and 5. This will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw. Quick slant here to Woods. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. The quick slant caught. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
Oh, it's an enormous call here. They'll go for 2. One play to keep their postseason alive. One last shot for Wilson. And a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.